Life today presents the most remarkable opportunities. We live in a time where there is great scientific and technological progress, where innovation moves at the speed of light. Great discoveries and developments have enabled us to improve our quality of life. But even as we benefit from this progress, we are faced with a looming disaster. We are confronted by a health crisis that is growing larger every day. It's called chronic disease. It attacks our hearts, invades our cells, and turns our biochemistry against us. It's capturing hundreds of millions of us, and at an ever younger age. It's spreading faster than our population is growing, and reaching into every corner of the world. Global health authorities tell us it has the ability to change the world as we know it. In spite of all our technical prowess, we are losing our battle against it. As simplistic as it may sound within the complexities of our modern world, the cause of this chronic disease crisis and its cure are one and the same: our diets. For decades, health authorities such as the USDA have encouraged us to cut back on fast, convenience and processed foods and eat more whole grains, fruits and vegetables to promote health. Their healthy food pyramid is an example. More recently, the Harvard School of Public Health has taken the idea even further, drawing special attention to specific foods and the nutrients they contain. The importance of nutrition to health has been a focus for GNLD since our inception in 1958. Today, our wellness pyramid provides the simple, everyday guidance for a pathway towards health, vitality, and long life. But when we apply this model to the average person, their lifestyle pyramid looks like this. It is upside down. Too much of the wrong stuff and not enough of the right stuff. And we are paying a huge price for it. As the chronic disease crisis looms ever larger worldwide, health authorities have begun sounding the alarm. The loudest and most urgent has come from the World Health Organization in the form of an eye-opening report on the crisis. They tell us in no uncertain terms that the 5 major chronic diseases driving this crisis are those we fear the most: heart disease, stroke, cancer, respiratory disease, and diabetes. They tell us that they already kill more than 35 million of us each year, and that's expected to increase to 41 million by 2015. We are clearly losing this battle. But perhaps the most alarming part of this situation is that it simply doesn't have to be this way. Chronic diseases are largely preventable. The World Health Organization states very clearly the causes of the main chronic disease epidemics are well established and well known. Number 1 is an unhealthy diet. Number 2 is a lack of physical activity. And number 3 is smoking. And their recommendation to fix this problem, and that of the US Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, are simple. If you smoke, stop. If you are inactive, get active. And, most importantly, fix your diet. As simple as that might sound, it is the solution. And it's become accepted by every major health authority in the world. Take a look at the evidence. Heart disease is the #1 killer on the planet. Its primary cause is poor diet. The strategy for prevention outlined by both the World Health Organization and the American Heart Association is simple and direct. Increase the consumption of foods rich in omega-3 fatty acids, increase the intake of fruit, vegetables, and whole grains, control your weight, and be more physically active. Cancer is expected to grow by 50% by the year 2025. According to the World Health Organization, after smoking, dietary factors account for at least 20 to 30% of all cancers. Their strategy for prevention is also supported by the US National Cancer Institute, which recommends that people eat more fruits, vegetables, and grains because they contain a number of phytonutrients that have been shown to reduce cancer risk. Specifically drawing attention to the numerous studies that have proven the role that carotenoids play in preventing some cancers. And finally, diabetes. Of all the chronic diseases, diabetes is growing the fastest, and is rapidly becoming the biggest problem. 171 million people already have the disease, and the number is expected to be more than 366 million by 2030. And medical researchers now believe that eventually more than 1 billion of us will somehow be touched by this horrible disease. According to the American Diabetes Association and the US National Institutes of Health, a sound prevention strategy should start with diet by eating more whole grains, fruits and vegetables, and omega-3 rich fish. Sound familiar? It should. The importance of whole foods and the miraculous nutrients they provide us is not a new realization. For many years, healthcare professionals that focus on prevention have agreed with GNLD